Lots of wind noise because here I had the camera out the window.
David Collar was driving on Interstate 75 just south of Lexington, Kentucky when he shot this video on his phone. It was almost the last thing he ever did. Keep an eye on the black Lincoln with the bicycle attached to the back in the left lane. David Collar started rolling his video after he says the man behind the wheel started driving recklessly in the emergency lane. This is the first time all of the video has been publicly seen.
He's passing people in the left emergency shoulder. He started out, he was tailgating somebody. I guess they didn't get over quick enough for him, so he decides to go in the left emergency shoulder and pass this vehicle. And at this point, Interstate 75 is 3 lanes wide already, so he's made his own 4th lane. I get out my cell phone and turn on video, which is real simple to do, and just try to hold it up and try to get his license plate number. But he doesn't like that, and he slams on his brakes and almost comes to a complete stop in the left-hand lane on I-75. So at that point, I know he's a little bit crazy.
This is precisely where David Collar was on the interstate after he finished rolling video of the license plate. But he was concerned because of the bicycle on the back, police would not be able to make out what was on the plate. So he saw the right rear window of the driver's vehicle open. He decided to make the identification easier, he would try to get video of the driver's face.
I noticed I'm getting in front of him, so I'm starting to slow down. And that's when I see his window come down. His window comes down and he pulls up his hand, points a gun right at my face.
We zoom in the picture, and it's very clear. The driver is pointing a gun right at David Collar. And then look at this. Not only is he pointing the gun, you can clearly see smoke. It appears the driver also fired the gun.
I was scared. I didn't. After the shot was fired, I'm like, okay, I'm not hit. I don't feel anything. And I kind of looked around in the vehicle, thinking, that had to hit something, but I didn't see any. I didn't see any bullet holes or anything.
I mean, your heart must have been beating fast.
Yeah, it was a little crazy.
David Collar told police his story and gave them video.
Perrin Dobbins, 11/18/62.
And now Perrin Dobbins is under arrest. Dr. Perrin Dobbins, a prison physician in the southern Indiana town of Branchville, a former family physician, a doctor who has a very troubled past. Records in North Carolina, where he used to practice, show that in December 2008, Dobbins filled unauthorized prescriptions for the highly addictive painkiller oxycodone. He had tested positive for its use the previous month. As a result, the North Carolina Medical Board reported he voluntarily surrendered his medical license. Dobbins also practiced in Indiana, and in July 2009, that state's licensing board put his medical license on indefinite probation. But in December 2009, Indiana allowed him to practice once again as long as another doctor was present. And then in May 2011, Indiana waived that condition, allowing him to practice by himself once again. Dobbins is now out on bond. He has pleaded not guilty to wanton endangerment, faces the possibility of 5 years behind bars, but charges could be increased following an investigation. And a supervisor tells us he's been fired from his job. Where he is currently, we don't know.
And how are you feeling now, days later?
I've been sick ever since it happened. Just sick to my stomach. If we could just go back and him, like I say, flip me the finger instead of the gun, I'd be a lot happier.
Gary Tuckman, CNN, Lexington, Kentucky.